songbirdpoetry.com, where we get grounded, take flight, and sing. And as you can see, we are about to share a beautiful tea time together. And I really do hope that the thought that I have to share with you today is going to encourage you. But let me tell you the tea that I'm actually drinking first. So it's actually called Madame Flavour. That's the brand. I think it's an Australian brand, and it's just this absolutely beautiful tea that's made of all kind of natural things. So this is actually a orange choc Ceylon. So it's actually got like bits of orange pieces and dark chocolate in with the Ceylon leaves. It just smells absolutely delicious, and it is. And also shout out to Diane, associate coach, who actually bought me this mug when she was down in Melbourne to visit, and this was at one of my favorite Japanese stores called Okuden, just down near my area. So thanks, Diane. Shout out to you. And shout out to you, Songbird. I hope that you've got your favorite beverage ready, and that you're ready to sit back, relax, and just enjoy this time together. So whatever you're drinking, cheers. And I hope that your day is going absolutely lovely. Tea just makes everything better, doesn't it? Anyway, all right, so the thing I wanted to share today, or just wanted to have a chat through about, is how to get confidence to sing in front of people. Now, I mean, I just get so many, singers saying to me, like, how on earth do I get confidence to do that? And first of all, I want to say you're not alone. Even I struggle with this, and I'm a coach, and you probably think that, Kerri wouldn't have an issue with confidence and singing in front of people, etc., but that's just not true. So if you thought that about me, you can actually just shatter all those thoughts, because I struggle exactly the same way that you do. Let me tell you a really funny story to actually illustrate that, okay? So last year, in about November, I actually went to China with my husband, because it was his great auntie's 80th birthday. So it was a really big thing, really big deal. So we actually flew from Australia all the way to China to partake in the celebrations. Anyway, so we're in China, and if there's one thing that the Chinese people love to do for entertainment, it's karaoke. So my husband's cousin, he knew that I was a vocal coach, and he actually said, hey, I want to go karaoke tonight. I've booked us a room, blah, blah, blah. Come to karaoke. And my first reaction, believe it or not, was, no, I'm not going, And he was like, what do you mean you're not going? And he just would not take no for an answer. So he went and booked, some karaoke place, and I started stressing out that we were going to karaoke that night. And I said to my husband, I don't want to go to karaoke. And he looked at me as if I was some alien, and understandably, and he was like, what on earth are you scared about, And in the moment, I really couldn't articulate it, but at the end of the day, I think I just felt the pressure that they know that I'm a vocal coach and a singer, so they're gonna expect the world of me. And all I could think of was, oh my goodness, it's like 11 o'clock already at night. I'm usually already in bed by this time, so my voice isn't going to be in great tip-top condition. I haven't warmed up. I'm going to sound terrible. They're all going to think that I'm hopeless, and my life's just going to come crashing down. That was pretty much all these chaotic thoughts that was going in my mind, and I just didn't want to go to karaoke. I was getting really anxious about it. I didn't want to go. So anyway, in the end, I ended up there at karaoke. And you know what? It actually ended up being a lot of fun, I mean, at first, in anticipation of the moment that I was going to actually take the microphone and sing, I was really nervous. And again, it was kind of silly, but when I actually did sing, and then, just had fun and didn't worry about being the best singer in the room or whatever, it actually turned out really, really fun. And I was really glad that I went. And I was really glad that I actually sung something, and I didn't let my fear or my perfectionism or whatever stupid chaos that was going in my mind get in the way. So I tell you that story so that you can really just humanize me and just see that, I struggle with exactly the same things as you do. And so, how do we actually get confidence to sing in front of people? At the end of the day, there really isn't any sort of shortcut way to do that except to actually do it. The more you put yourself into that situation, the more your body actually gets used to the shock of it, right? And then you actually get less and less fearful each time, But I think one of the things that I'm going to offer as, I guess, just a quick idea of how we can overcome this is, always have one song that you could just pull out of your back pocket. You know, a song that is really easy for you to sing, that you know that you can pull it off even if you don't warm up. And a song that you really enjoy singing that's really, really fun, right? If you can just sort of kind of like almost like prepare, have that song ready in your back pocket, so that whenever, you know, you go to a party and your friends know you're a singer, so they're like, hey, sing us a song, you don't have to freeze up and get all sweaty and nervous and everything. Or if your friends say, let's go to karaoke, like what happened to me, you don't need to be, you know, completely freaking out because you haven't prepared something, or you haven't warmed up, or you're just not prepared. It doesn't matter. So if you can just pull out a song that you know you can just do at the drop of a hat, and it doesn't need to be perfect, by the way, okay? None of us singers will sound perfect all the time, and it really doesn't matter. In fact, we never sound perfect, okay? So yeah, just sort of always have that song ready to pull out of your back pocket, you know, wherever you find yourself in that sort of situation. And rather than saying, no, I don't want to sing, no, you know, I really do encourage you and also challenge you to sort of have that song prepared in your back pocket. But I don't mean prepared as in practice it so that it's perfect or anything. What I mean is just choose a song that you know you can nail, just like that, without warming up, without anything, and just take it out as your sort of party trick, you know, when your friends ask. But the other thing I want to encourage you in is actually find opportunities for yourself to actually get confident, you know, by performing. You know, just get out there and do your thing. So whether that's, you know, busking on the street, or inviting your friends over for dinner and then maybe singing one song for them after dinner just for fun. You know, maybe it's inviting your friends and going out for karaoke. Maybe it's actually, you know, putting a show together. Whatever it is, you know, everyone's at different levels. So you need to sort of figure out for yourself, what is that next thing that you can do that will actually put you into situations where you're actually getting to perform on a semi-regular basis, you know, because the more you do it, the more your body gets used to the shock of performing and the fear of it, and then you start to actually sort of, you know, overcome your fear of it, you know. So that's definitely something I really encourage you to do. Find some ways, and even if it's a small way. So if you're someone who has never sung in front of anybody, like all you do is sing to yourself in your room or whatever, maybe your next little baby step is to just, you know, find your roommate or your husband or your wife or girlfriend or boyfriend and just say, hey, I am actually really afraid of doing this, but because I want to overcome my fear of, you know, performing, I want to gain confidence in it, I'm going to sing you one song. And if you can't even get through a song, that's okay. Why don't you just plan to sing one verse and one chorus, you know? And from there, just sort of build it up in little baby steps, you know? There really is no shortcut to gaining confidence to perform in public, except for actually getting out there and performing in public. But your public may not have, you know, it doesn't have to be an arena, it doesn't have to be even be a public stage. It can be whatever is the next thing that you think you could do easily. And then just keep doing that, you know, go to open mic nights, perform for your friends, go busk on the street, whatever it is, everything that I said before, find ways of getting out there, okay? But the last thing I guess I want to sort of just, I guess encourage you in is, you know, when it comes to building confidence for performing live, you know, ask yourself, what is it that actually prevents you from having the confidence in the first place? Is it because you really tie your identity to how good you perform? So for example, if you do a really great job, then you're like, yay, giving yourself and your friends a high five and going, yeah, I feel great. And then maybe, you know, you don't want to perform because you fear stuffing it up, right? You fear messing it up. And then you fear that means everyone's going to think that, you know, you're bad or you're not good enough or reject you or whatever. Because if that's what it is, then you're tying your identity as a human being too closely to your performance as a singer, you know. And I want to tell you, Songbird, you are so much more than what you do, and you are so much more than just how good or how badly you sing. You know, your identity is so much more than that. You are a unique, valuable human being. You bring so much to the table. So please don't tie your identity with how well you sing. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and I really hope that that really penetrates into your spirit. You are so much more than, you know, just how good or not good or whatever that you sing. You know, you are still a very valuable human being, even if you really do get up on stage and mess up a song. Seriously, okay? You cannot tie your identity in that way. That is going to be, that's just going to cause a lifetime of pain, you know, because none of us are perfect and we're always going to mess things up. Whether it's in our singing life or other lives, we're always going to mess it up. And if we keep on tying our identity with all the times that we mess up, then man, it's going to be a painful life that we live, okay? So, all right, I've said a lot today, so I'll try to stop preaching now. But really what I'm saying is, Songbird, I really believe in you, and I really want to see you be all that you were created to be, as a singer as well as just as a human being, you know. So when it comes to building confidence for performing in public, I just encourage you, have that song that you can pull out of your pocket that you know you can sing easily and pretty well, okay? And actually sing it when your friends ask, when you're at a party or whatever, okay? Secondly, put yourself in situations where you get to actually perform. So whether it's going to karaoke or joining a choir or singing for your roommate, whatever it is, just put yourself in that position where you actually get to perform, you know, semi-regularly, so that you can, you know, really just get over that fear of performing. And thirdly, don't tie your identity as a person to how well or how badly that you think you sing, okay? Because you are infinitely more than that. All right, Songbird, I really hope that this little thought encouraged you, and I'm looking forward to spending more time with you like this next time. But in the meantime, you know, if you are looking for more support for your voice, as well as joining a community of like-minded singers, I really encourage you to check out the Vocal Revolution program. It really has everything you need to become the singer you want to be, but more importantly, you know that you will never journey alone in this community. So I really encourage you to check it out and see if it's a good fit for you. All right, well, until next time, Songbird, get grounded, take flight, and sing. See you later.